Thank you for joining me on this MBL bite-sized webinar where I'm going to be talking about the current UK government's policy intention to get rid of the 18 to 20 national minimum wage rate and align it with the national living wage, which is currently payable to workers over the age of 21. So I want to go through a guidance, an agenda slide first of all. And the first thing I've got there is guidance, and I've hidden the slide. For the purposes of the presentation, I've hidden the slide. I've put down a number of places where you can go to for guidance. So obviously gov.uk contains guidance. Perhaps not the best guidance that an employer wants. So there's the National Minimum Wage Manual, which is perhaps a little bit more than the employer wants. It's very, very technical. If you're into technical, look at the National Minimum Wage Manual, HMRC's National Minimum Wage Manual. I think the best in practice, operational, administrative guidance is contained on the ACAS website. So I've given links to all of that, gov.uk, HMRC's internal national minimum wage manual and the ACAS guidance as well. First thing I want to talk about, the first slide I'm going to talk about is the voluntary living wage. And I'm going to compare that to the statutory national minimum wage or national living wage, depending on the age. I just want to do a quick comparison between the two. Then we're in the stages of this new UK government, or relatively new UK government, so we have to look back to the commitments they made before the general election in 2024, specifically their document Make Work Pay. So I want to refer you to that, and always I'll include links so that you can access that after the webinar. Then the Low Pay Commission, very important in setting the national minimum wage, national living wage, or at least recommending to the UK government the rates that should apply. And generally they make recommendations and they're accepted. So I want to look at their remit for 2025, bearing in mind the UK government's policy is to abolish that 18 to 20 rate, the national minimum wage rate, and make the national living wage payable from 18 plus rather than the current 21 plus. So I want to look at their remit for this year, for 2025, the recommendations that they made and were accepted, and then the way ahead. So how we are going to get to the abolition of the national minimum wage that's payable for workers over the age of 18. So it's that 18 to 20 that we're talking about all the time.